And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Bolton, England, this is our opening contest on the card tonight and kicks off our prelim bouts. 5 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 153 pounds. Tonight, he makes his professional bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Aylesbury, England, introducing Liam McElhinney. And now his opponent, standing across the trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with purple trim. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 152 pounds. He is a veteran of 4 professional bare knuckle bouts, holding a record of 2 victories, opposite 2 defeats, and he fights out of Manchester, England, introducing the Sheriff, Hayden Sherriff.
Fighters in the center of the trigon, the mighty trigon, making its debut right here in Northwest England, the House of the Wanderers, who are now in League One.
Yeah.
There was a time where they were like
Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fans are still just as
rowdy.
Yes.
We go round 1.
Very quickly, it's Hayden Sherriff establishing that distance with that long jab. Apparently the triangle doesn't seem to be somewhat of a crouching area for him.
Yeah. And both guys have actually started off on the jab so far. That mid-range. See McElhinney also looking to work that jab.
McElhinney, he said he was working on that clinch. He said that was one of the hardest parts for him to get used to, being able to hit the clinch, use that tight plum. But I could see that first opportunity he was
nice counter right hand over the top by Sherriff. Over the top of a lazy jab by McElhinney.
Very fast with that 1-2, basic 1-2. That seems to be his formula. Very effective at the clinch right there. That's what he's been working on, that tight plum.
Right now, Sherriff, I think, is in a bit of a better rhythm here. We're going to see if how this fight starts progressing, but Sherriff is putting pressure. He's putting a little bit of stress on McElhinney. If McElhinney can respond and start to take charge of the trigon, there's a good counter. That's what he needs to do.
Sherriff is just taking a little too long, and you can see that McElhinney, the work he's been putting has been amazing. Using very well that uppercut, that right hand is going in on kick.
I wonder if there's a problem with the hair grabbing too, right? And when you have hair that long, it can be an advantage to your opponent to grab it in that clinch.
Well, you should know. I remember one time you had to have your braids cut.
Yeah, but there was gloves on. Nice jab there by Sherriff.
There's a little bit of a knot.
Yeah, on the right side.
Yes.
Another good jab there by Sherriff. But again, McElhinney with that tight plump clinch.
Yes, and he's working the body very efficiently. And that, that kind of work does not take effect immediately. It just kind of wears on the opponent. And I think McElhinney is taking his time. And Sherriff is working on the counter.
Wide stance by Sherriff, though. Wide.
Way too wide. And I know we've talked about it. That really doesn't affect balance, but it affects speed.
Leverage, yeah.
Yes. Overhead right, and McElhinney again taking advantage of those wide punches and clinching. Look at that. That left ribcage is hurting.
Good body shot there by Sherriff. You saw the way McElhinney grabbed after those 2 body shots.
And now it's Sherriff showing a little bit of a cut right there on the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
Effective, the beautiful jab that's going in on kick.
Bare knuckle. Both guys have some cuts. Both guys starting to show some damage here in round 1.
Now there's a little scratch on the left eyebrow on McElhinney. I see a little bit more hesitation. Well, for McElhinney being his debut in bare knuckle, I think he did a great job in this first round.
Yeah, close round, but McElhinney did a good job with the clinch. I think good countering work by Sherriff. It was a round where both guys drew blood, so we'll see in the second round who can take charge.
There's a level of comfort that nobody can really teach you. Either you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And coming from a long line of fighters, brothers, dad, they all fight.
Yeah.
So it like he said, fighting is in my blood. This is what I was born to do.
Yeah, and Sherriff on the other hand fights every week, so he's comfortable too.
Exactly.
Good couple of counters missed by both guys there. They're trying to find that leverage and range. You see that mouse underneath the right cheek?
Yes.
On the right cheek of McElhinney starting to grow a little bit.
Yeah, that knot was there from the very beginning. As a matter of fact, there's another one on the left.
Yeah, that jab of Sherriff is working.
It's a long jab.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that he doesn't feel crouch in the trigon. Because he throws it in very different angles, almost like a 45.
Yeah. Good body shot again, and there's that clinch by McElhinney.
Yeah. For somebody who's just starting to use that, I think he's using it very well. And interestingly enough, though he's coming from a boxing background, you see that he's working the body a lot more than the face.
Yeah. The Sherriff is also, when he gets stuck in that clinch, he's working the body shots as well. So both guys have gone to the body pretty well. Good exchange of jabs there.
A lot of respect for their hands. And again, McElhinney, one for the one. He's down.
Big combination there. Big combination.
Those looping hooks, they did the damage. And you can see the rib cage. Taking a lot of punishment. McElhinney's not holding back. He's just going at it and second time.
Overwhelming him now.
It's just the flurries that are overwhelming Sherriff.
Yeah, because when a flurry was with bare hands, it's going to feel a little bit different.
You did mention the pain is a little different. And McElhinney's not holding back at all. He's just going. Those looping hooks are doing some serious damage. And I see the ref keeping a very close eye on Sherriff. There he goes. He stopped it. Stopping the action.
You got to fight back. Let the ref no choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, Liam McElhinney.
Liam McElhinney takes the win with a technical knockout at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the second round. And like you mentioned, Hayden Sherriff, the Sheriff, showed his star, yet fell short.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Yes. And let's go back to Gareth.
Liam McElhinney, what a brilliant performance. How do you feel after that?
I'm buzzing. Big credit to everyone that's come out for me today. Big credit to everyone, but a massive credit to my coach there, Martin. Obviously, he's been in the bare knuckle game for ages. He got me into this. The game plan was spot on from the start. He said, don't rush it. Take your time. He said, Hayden's a tough operator. He's been in there with loads of them. But he said, take your time, and I'm over the moon.
What you did brilliantly, if we can look at the highlights in that first round, your clinch work was exceptional, and you barraged him with flurries of punches, took him apart here. Talk us through it.
Listen, me and Martin, we go like this in the gym all day. The first time I ever met Martin, it was clinch work from the start, and like I say, we took time on the boxing. We knew how good a boxer he was, but I knew I'm just too strong and too fucking good looking.
Brilliant stuff. Here you are again, look, flurries knocking him down. Where can you go in this sport? It's a very early start for you, but you seem to have all the wherewithal to take yourself somewhere in bare knuckle boxing.
Listen, we're not in a rush. You know, we're gonna build it up slowly. I just showed the gym today, how good I am. So listen, whoever's next, I'll take them on.
Brilliant stuff. Congratulations, Mr. Liam McElhinney.